Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's MVP from 2019, now in his fourth season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Jackson's throw there complete to Myers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Breida. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Breida taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Again to Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
20.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Newton. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Brown, 48 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play there. Second down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. On the return, it's Tony. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Off the option, here's Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On first down, it's Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10. Inside handoff, the former Central Florida man, Bruce Miller. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On third down, Jackson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Play action. It's Newton. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there just before halftime.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional round. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, the pressure just couldn't get to him that time. They forced him out to his right, but he held his poise, surveyed the field, didn't find anything he liked, and then took off and picked up a nice gain.
Newton on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And now this pass brought in by Brown and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Newton. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On second and goal, Newton, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brevin Jordan there to make the grab. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Now Jackson on first down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Handoff, the fullback, Bruce Miller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. That's caught left side by Judy. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Another carry for the fullback, Miller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now it's Jackson. A good throw here, finding Pascal. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Short yardage, it's the fullback Miller. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it with Henry. Pushes him over. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted. Because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And as a fan of the NFL, not much. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, but time's starting to become a factor.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Newton looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances, putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And the busy night for Henry continues. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Newton. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they have.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Throwing here, Newton. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Newton to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Derrick Henry there to make the grab. And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th-quarter lead. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Jackson on 1st down. Completes it to Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one.